Good morning, I'm KHOU meteorologist Kim Castro. Did that boom of thunder wake you up? Did the flash of lightning not let you fall back asleep? If not, and you are joining me, let's go ahead and track these storms together. This is how the line progressed over the last few hours. It definitely started off more robust with a lot of intensity, hundreds and hundreds of lightning strikes per minute. And we did see a severe thunderstorm watch. So we were on the watchful eye for some potential severe thunderstorm development for our far northwestern counties. This included Washington, Austin, and eventually even extended down into Colorado. That was allowed to expire at 4 o'clock this morning. And now you can see that line of storms now racing quickly, pushing towards the coastline and definitely thinning out, although over the last few minutes garnering some intensity there over Chambers and Liberty counties. So let's show you what is going on currently over this little queued up area there, Chambers, Liberty County. You could see the number of strikes over the last 10 minutes skyrocketing, almost 350 of them, and the ratio between negative to positive strikes, there's a big discrepancy there. So most of the lightning strikes are positive, which means this is a juiced up thunderstorm cell. The lightning is coming from the top of the cloud deck, which means it is traveling a long distance and has a lot of potency. So certainly a light show out there for this morning. And within these cells, some heavy rain as it's passing through. However, we are seeing the wind component of this starting to lose a little bit of steam, which I know was a big disruptor this morning. We certainly felt some gusty wind. Kima, in fact, reported some wind gusts of about 40 miles an hour there on the ground. And then radar indicated wind. Some spots were at 50, 60. We even saw some radar indicated wind up to 70 miles an hour right now towards League City. We're seeing some wind at around 20 to 30 miles an hour. Pasadena area seeing the same thing too. Brookside Village experiencing some stronger wind gusts as again that band is now pushing towards your area. Everybody saw that nice sweeping motion of storms passing through, and while it was passing through your area, it was certainly shaking things up. Behind it, things are starting to settle down. Let's look at the 3-hour rainfall totals. There's certainly quite a bit of moisture with these cells, which we need. And in a couple of spots, we're looking at 2 inches of rain and in excess of that radar indicated. So we're seeing that just north of Liberty. Houston City Center, right around ½ an inch, a little more than that. West of Spring, a little more than 1.5 inches. Same deal for the Cleveland area. In fact, the pockets of some deeper orange there, those could potentially be getting closer to 3 inches, maybe even 4 in some very localized areas. That's what radar is pointing to right now. Campo seeing quite a bit of moisture there too. And if you were early this morning, if you're out there on the roads, you certainly saw some spots that had some quick water rises, some localized street flooding spots, some high water spots. We saw that at 8500 North Freeway, the feeder road there. Our storm chaser, Pastor Hyman, captured that video. And so just certainly something to keep in mind if you're watching this and you had some morning plans, try to postpone them, especially if they were supposed to take you towards the coast. Once these storms pass through, things are really going to quiet down for a good portion of the day. So just hang in there and let's weather the storm together. This is a current look at satellite and radar. You can see the storm's now hugging the coastline and looking to push there very shortly. Quite a bit of lightning starting to pick up again. It died down a little bit as it passed through the loop. It started to dwindle and now it's packing a bit of a punch again. But this is a big squall line that we are tracking, almost 300 miles in length. The diameter, though, quite thin. So once it passes through on the other side, things are starting to quiet down for us. So over the next 30 minutes or so, we'll see this squall line pass through. Orange, you're looking to see the brunt of this activity right around 5:34, 5:56. Lone Pine, 6 o'clock. We're going to see that starting to push offshore. Hail potential right now over the next 30 minutes. It looks like just the easternmost portion of Liberty County has the potential to see some pea-sized hail. Chambers, you have a potential to see some pea-sized hail too, just above the Boulevard Peninsula. Other than that, it looks like the main impacts from this line passing through will be some localized heavy rain and the potential of some stronger wind gusts. 30-40 miles an hour is what some of these cells have been producing. A couple spots in excess of 50 miles an hour, but for the most part, you'll definitely feel some shaking and rattling around as these storms start to wrap up. So looking at future track as we progress through the morning, 9 o'clock, and those storms are well offshore. In fact, we're just going to be left with some light green, some residual rain, light in nature scattered too. And the remainder of the afternoon, and this model is showing that you're going to be in the clear. It's showing that we'll have cloud cover out there. But I want to let you know that the other model, the European, is showing the potential for some isolated showers. So just keep that in mind. Carry the umbrella throughout the day. Definitely need it this morning, but in the afternoon, although it's going to be cloudy and mostly clear of rain, we could see that isolated shower pop up. So we're going to hold on to that potential. 85 for the high this afternoon. Normal for this time of year is 89. We have been in the 90s for weeks now. So now temperatures starting to scale back down behind the front. It's one of the effects that we'll see that is going to be beneficial, including the beneficial rain. Here are highs across the area. 83 for Columbus. Katy looking to hit a high of 85. El Campo, you'll be pushing a little bit closer to the upper 80s with Bay City. Palacios 86 for a high today. Look at the 24-hour temperature change. So this is where the front passed through already. So North Platte there in Nebraska down 14 degrees. Kansas City down 11. Now let's get to Texas. Dallas down 15 degrees from this exact same time yesterday morning. And Houston down 11 degrees. So we'll hold on to that feeling of about 10 degrees cooler than where we were yesterday throughout the day. Now let's talk about what's ahead, because we're not done with the rain once this band passes through. In fact, we are tracking rain chances for the majority of these upcoming work week. So let's look at what that looks like with our extended model, the European. Now you'll notice this is a lower resolution model because it goes farther out, but it definitely paints the picture as to the general trend of what we can expect to see over the next few days. So 1:30, I want to show you the Euro is showing the potential for some light scattered showers. So keep that in mind. Although one model was showing cloud cover but clearing conditions in terms of rain, another one is showing that potential for some isolated showers throughout the day. I'm going to drop that down to about a 20 to 30% chance. Rain chance this morning is about 60%. And we'll drop that down to 20 to 30. That means 20 to 30% of the viewing area will see some shower activity this afternoon. The rest of us will stay free from it. All right, let's continue through time. 8 o'clock, seeing some shower activity potentially developing towards our northwestern counties, and then clearing conditions until we head into the start of the work week. 3 o'clock on Monday. This is the general trend for the shower activity. We're going to see some surge out of the south, but most of the rain will be on the lighter side, scattered shower activity. Tuesday is where we start to bring back those stronger thunderstorm potentials. So that's a snapshot of the lunch hour. You could see the convective activity there with the yellows and the orange. Those could potentially be some storms that garner a little bit more strength, a little bit more potency in terms of the rainfall amounts that we could see. We'll fast forward again. 4:30 in the morning on Wednesday, another burst of showers and thunderstorms, and then another round of wet weather by the afternoon for Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday will be very active days for us, and then we'll start to see that rain kind of taper off. We'll let off the gas a little bit. 4:30 very early Thursday, we could see some scattered showers, and then we will finally see some clearing conditions. What does that mean for the temperature outlook? Well, good news, if you've been looking for a little bit of relief, you think it's a little bit too early to have this summer heat, well, we are going to see that relief. We're going to see temperatures maxing out in the 80s for the majority of this 7-day forecast, potentially pushing up to 90 degrees there on Saturday. But for the most part, temperatures will be hovering right around the mid 80s, a couple degrees below where we should be for this time of year. Remember, average is around 89 degrees. And then we'll take it from a lower rain chance on Monday to a high rain chance on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and then clearing conditions by the time Thursday morning wraps up. By the afternoon, we'll see some partly sunny skies and then plenty of sunshine as we wrap up the work week on Friday. All right, we are continuing to track these storms live on social media and live on TV. We will be on for the KHU 11 Morning News with Lauren Tallarico at 6:30. We will see you then. Keep safe.